There is a persistent myth that therapy is an emergency intervention, a resource reserved only for when a life is visibly falling apart. We treat mental health like a pane of glass that we only notice once it begins to shatter under immense pressure. This conditioning creates a rigid binary. We act as if we are either completely fine or in an acute crisis. By ignoring the space in between, we lose the opportunity to address problems while they are still manageable. For many Georgians, this mindset becomes a barrier to support. They may feel emotionally stuck or overwhelmed by stress, but they disqualify themselves from seeking help because they believe their situation isn't bad enough yet. The danger of the waiting game is that everyday friction rarely stays small. When ignored, these stressors compound, eventually triggering the very emergency we were trying to avoid. Requiring a crisis to validate our need for support causes unnecessary suffering. It overlooks the fact that therapy is most effective when it is used to navigate life, not just to repair it. In clinical practice, therapeutic outcomes are strongest when clients engage at the first sign of struggle. Seeking help early provides a much more stable foundation for the work than waiting for a breakdown. These moments of intervention often happen during normal life transitions, things like starting a new job, moving to a new city, or navigating an empty nest. These are inflection points where our existing coping mechanisms are tested by new demands. Therapy works by untangling repetitive negative patterns. By mapping an emotional blueprint, you identify stress reactions before they become permanent habits. This also functions as relationship maintenance. Addressing communication shifts early strengthens the partnership before severe strain sets in. Using therapy as a tool for navigation allows you to handle transitions with more clarity. It shifts the focus from fixing a disaster to building a set of skills that stay with you through the next challenge. To make this preventative model a reality, we must address the two biggest reasons people wait. They can't find a therapist nearby, or they can't afford the bill. Coping and Healing Counseling, or CHC, was built to remove these hurdles. They utilize a 100% HIPAA-compliant telehealth model to bring professional support directly to any Georgian with an internet connection. Over 15 licensed professionals serve all 159 Georgia counties. Financial accessibility is key. Medicaid clients have a $0 copay. For commercial insurance, like Aetna, Cigna, Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, and Humana, out-of-pocket costs remain between $10 and $40. By making these logistics simpler, CHC shifts mental health care from a high-priced luxury to an accessible standard for everyone in the state. When we normalize seeking help early, the impact extends beyond the individual. For employers and community leaders, destigmatizing this behavior changes how an entire organization functions. When people have the tools to address stressors before they reach a breaking point, we see shifts in the environment. It leads to a culture where burnout is addressed early, and people can maintain a more consistent level of focus and engagement. On a personal level, this proactive work is about building a toolkit of coping skills that you can use every day, not just during a catastrophe. Ultimately, the goal is simple: to help you feel more like yourself again. Proactive therapy allows you to find that clarity without having to endure a breakdown to earn it. The best time to start is when you feel you could use the support, not just when you feel you have no other choice. You can take that first step today. Visit chctherapy.com or call 404-832-0102 to connect with a CHC therapist and begin your own process of growth.